Okay, hi everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Today's video, I want to unveil a brand new feature in Life Design Analysis. We've been working on this one for a while, and really, it's all about the client experience. We see studies out there that show that the insurance industry is lacking behind in digital times. I saw a study from Ernst and Young very recently. It says even 77% of your consumers are going online to do their research first. They still a majority of those consumers, 60%, still say they want the advice from you as well. And again, that's why we design our product focused on brokers. However, consumers these days, they expect a digital experience. They expect the same kind of experience that they have in every other aspect of their life, their banking, um, even the way they order pizza can now be done in an app. So they expect that kind of digital experience. They expect that information. They crave it to be readily accessible. As you know, most consumers are confused with the insurance product. They say about 88%, I sort of rounded up to 9 out of 10 are confused, and that's why they're going online to do that research. And again, they want the advice, but they really want to, they want that personal experience. So we've kind of come up with this neat little feature that really helps you engage with your consumer and share information that they are craving. I'm just going to log in here to Life Design Analysis, and I'm going to go to a current case that I've set up. This is just a very simple term conversion case. So this is a term policy that was bought in 2010, and I'm essentially comparing it to the options that they would have to convert with no medical evidence. Now, this is a great way, again, that you can interact with your client. So if you're not familiar with Life Design Analysis, all the charts and all the graphs in our software are completely interactive, and they're all visual as well. And when a client interacts with a visual, they say they're about 300% more likely to remember it. It's going to make the impact on them, and it's also easier to learn. The old saying is, "A picture says 1,000 words," and that's really the philosophy we stand by. So we help put all that information they need when making that decision of a big purchase into a really easy to understand document branded with your logo. Now, as you can see from sort of the report I'm looking at here, it's all interactive. Now you can produce a PDF, but then you lose sort of this interactive component. And not every advisor has, it's great to get meetings with our clients, but our clients are busy people too. So sometimes it's hard to get in front of them and share ideas with them. So we want to send them the PDF, or we want to say, here's what I propose. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this plan? Now, so we want to share all the digital aspects of Life Design Analysis, such as the interactive charts, or even the ability to show, if we're looking at a par product here, we want to show guaranteed cash value, reduced cash value. So we want to give some transparency on the product here in a very simple, easy to understand way. How can we share it with our clients? Well, we've come up with a great solution for you. You'll see at the very top of a case, there is going to be the option to share. And essentially what happens when I hit this, it's going to generate a unique link based on this specific case. Now my client's not going to be able to change things that I've set up. So again, you as the agent control what products go in it. They can't change those. You control the things like the time. But again, I want to send this case to my client, and I want them to be able to interact with sort of the products and see some of the differences, get their education directly from something I can control. And it's also going to tell me, things like when they opened it. So, or even what was really important to them. Like maybe they played around with the cash value more so than they did with some other aspects of the case. And so I might know that's a little bit more important to them. Now, other ways you could use this, what if you were setting up a policy review campaign, and you posted this to your social media page and said, here's an example of a term conversion. Get in touch with me if you'd like to see your own personal review. And that's the sort of the power of LDA. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to say share, and you can see it's generated my own secure, unique link. I'm going to copy this link, and what I'm going to do to demonstrate this, again, I could take a look at it on my computer, but I'm actually going to send a text message to myself and look at it as if I was a consumer. So again, I could send this to them even in a text and say, here, I'll text this to myself. And now that message is going to be sent. So I could even reach my client on a smartphone. You can see, of course, I'm on my own profile here, so it's come back. Let's take a look at what that looks like on a tablet. Okay, great. So now let's pick it up as if we're on the client side. So again, I've sent the text message, and I'm just going to go in here into my messaging app and pretend I'm the client. I click on the link, and again, this is going to take me to my unique Life Design Analysis case. Now again, I don't have to have an account. All I have to do is have access to the web. So this again could be something they could open at home and review with a spouse. You might catch them out and about. Again, people are very mobile these days. They like to connect on digital devices. So again, this is what your client's going to see. Again, of course, imagine your own logo there and company name. You can also style these cases with different sort of templates and things like that. But again, as you can see, they can't change any options of this case. It's going to have your mission statement and your brand philosophy. And again, they're going to get this great needs analysis, which again, then they can kind of work with and say, okay, here's how we've defined, how much insurance we actually need. They might, if I get rid of the mortgage, maybe, inflation and some debt, again, they might, sort of say, okay, well, we really need about 305 of permanent, but add everything else in there, and we might want to look at, $1 million total. So, it really helps them interact with the product. It makes you look very professional. Again, you can offer a web-hosted, branded presentation of their insurance options. Again, great comparison of anything here that we're presenting. And again, we can interact with all these charts just by touching our finger to them. So again, I can interact with them. And again, I might see things like, has my client looked at the reduced examples just by clicking on the legend? Again, when they looked at the total cost, maybe they spent a considerable amount of time on this page. Again, I can see that maybe what was more important to them. Or I can again see what a reduced example does. Again, all these interactive cash values, and this is the really neat thing. Now, anytime the agent actually updates this case, the next time they visit the link or reload the page, they're actually going to see that updated case too. So this client might come back and say, what happens if we put a little bit more money into it? I have heard agents having stories, they finally show the value of the par product like this, and the client says, well, that's fantastic. What if I stick even more money in there? So again, the agent could go back, update the case, and it would be updated on the client's end as soon as they refresh. But again, interactive way to view this, and again, not on any account here. I just opened a link, and I'm able to see this fully detailed report. Now, when I want to get in touch with my advisor, again, I can skip down to the bottom, and again, I can just tap and say, I want to email them. Here's the email. I'm sending it back to Charlie. Let's buy. So that's a great preview of our featured case share. Let me know if you have any feedback, but I hope you're as excited to share this with your clients and all the different ways you can actually interact and engage with people with a digital medium. So again, we know that they're craving. So thank you so much for watching, and feel free to email me any questions, charlie@lifedesignanalysis.com.